What it is, Damien 15 Nation and coin collectors. Today I'm back in the currency lab today with a collection showcase of all of my copper pennies. These two I will go over later. They're both 1982s, and I'll explain why I can't decipher them. Well, not really decipher. Am I using that word right? Probably not. But you just move my 1982s aside, and we'll get to the showcase. So first up, starting with the Philadelphia mints, got a 1960 Philadelphia. Overall, it's in pretty good shape for a coin of its age. Excuse me. Next up, we have a 1962 Philadelphia. Again, pretty good condition. A little bit of wear, but that's to be expected. So, oops, I had these two coins out of order. But, next up, we have a 1967. As you can see, for a coin of its age, it still has a little bit of luster on it, which I think that was pretty cool when I found it. It's in pretty nice shape. So, actually I should probably get a little bit closer so you can see that better. That's the 1967 with a little bit of luster on it. Overall, not bad of a coin. Got a 1968. It has very little luster left. Not as much luster. See, you can tell between the 1967 and 1968. The 67 clearly has more luster. Next up is a 1969. Just put that under the light so you can see it. Not in bad shape. I do recommend collecting copper pennies because they're not made anymore, and some of them can be in really nice shape. Now here we are moving on into the 70s with a 1971 Philadelphia. Overall, it's in nice shape. It's got a little bit of green on it from aging, but what can you do about it? And the green on the coin just comes to show that it is copper. Zinc pennies don't do that. Oh, come on. Right here we got a 1972. Again, pretty nice shape. You can see that. 1974. Again, it has a little bit of green on it, but then on the back there's a lot more green on it. Comes to show that it is copper. Next up is a 1975 Philadelphia. It's got a little bit of luster on it left over. You can see that. I'm putting it underneath a light so that you guys can see it better. So, next up is a 1976. Not in bad shape. Put that back in here. Next up, 1978. Overall, not bad shape. It's actually pretty good. The detail in Abe Lincoln's hair is actually pretty good. Details improve as the years go on, it feels like, whenever I'm collecting these coins. Right here we got a 1979 Philadelphia. Not bad shape. A little bit of luster. So, next up, we're moving on to the 80s with a 1980. Here's the back of the coin. and 1981. And that's it for the Philadelphia Mint Copper Pennies, except for the 1982 that I have, but I'll go over that later. Moving on, we got the Denver Mint Quarters on the bottom row. First up is a 1969 D. You can see the D underneath the date. Overall, it's in pretty good condition for a coin of its age. Next up, we got a 1971 D. Overall, it's in pretty good condition. Got a little bit of green on it from aging, but that's, again, to be expected from older copper pennies. Next up is a 1974 D. Here's the back. Overall in pretty good shape. Next up is a 1976 D. I don't know what the black mark thing is right here, but I'm guessing that's from either a burn or aging. Oops, I'm dropping coppers. We're gonna edit that out. That was just, I didn't mean to say that. And finally, we got a 1980 D. Overall, really good condition. Still got a little bit of luster left, and I really like the little stripes that are... I'm dropping every one of my coins now. I was about to say, I like the stripes that go across the obverse of this coin. The back doesn't show those stripes as as clearly, but overall it's pretty good. So, yeah, really nice coin. I love the stripes on this 1980D. Alright, moving on to the 1982s. Now, I did do a thorough test on these coins. Since I don't have a scale to weigh them, I had to do a little bit of a different test, and I confirmed that these two pennies were both copper, but I don't have any small date coins yet. Those are rare and they're worth a lot of money. So keep your eyes out for those, by the way. But when I did a test, the 1982 P, or plain date, or Philadelphia, whatever you want to call it, it started showing signs of it being a zinc penny. So I decided that after this video, I would do a thorough test to make sure that it wasn't just a trick. So I am going to do another test after this video to determine if this is copper or zinc. And here's the 1982D. Overall, it's in really nice shape for a nice copper penny. Let me just... I don't know what that small O is, but I'm guessing maybe that's an error. I'm not sure. I don't know what's the meaning of that. But then in 1982P, oh, it has a little O as well. So, yeah, that's all my copper pennies. Just zoom back out, do a little pano, and thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys on our next video. Peace.